The Canadian Multicultural Media Confederation organized this tonight event. I see a lot of crowd here, and they put up a lot of food for everyone to eat. So I almost tempted to try some of them, but because it was too crowded, I just give up the line. Anyway, to come back to the real story here, today they want to give everyone a chance to say what you want to say. Hopefully, each one of you get lucky to get elected too, because you have a desire to get elected to serve the public. That's a noble idea, but it's not going to be easy. I didn't come with any platform, no brochure to distribute. I'm just going to speak from my heart. If you're not prepared to take a loss, then you shouldn't run for office. Now, all of a sudden, pin drop silent, because everyone expects to win on the first attempt. Well, yeah, you will have lucky candidates like MP Paul Chen, the name going on, but you may have people like me that have to run over and over and over again until finally I succeed, okay? But all I want to tell you is that running for public office is not going to be easy. So you have to have the passion to try to see what you can contribute. If you don't have that passion, then this is not the area you should want to get into, because first of all, you're not going to make money. Okay, you look at some lawyer that giving up profession is not because of money. I'm not going to name people. Like my wife used to tell me, I don't understand why you give up a $350,000 job for 1/3 of a salary, $150,000. But yet, there are a lot of my council members that think I make too much money. So, but they didn't realize I used to make more than that, right? So when I tell them, yeah, this is how much I used to make before I came to Markham City, then they realize, I gave up a lot. And my wife still thinks I'm an idiot. Because woman, it's difficult to swallow the pain of financial burden. And it's not easy. So if you want to run for office, first of all, you have to reach out to your partner and make sure they're on side. The reason I got defeated many times is because my wife told me that I'm not ready. And he's right, because I thought I'm ready. But if your partner thinks you're not ready, then you better listen and you better pay attention. So there is a reason why she tried to tell you, to try to educate you. So that's what my mistake, I didn't listen. So I lost. Each time I lost, each time I learned. And you won't believe, ultimately, and she said, on my 5th attempt, this is your last chance. And I remember the date, October 25th, 2010. I came up from my house. My wife said, remember, if tonight you don't make it, please go up to the podium and bid farewell to the audience, because you did your best. If people still don't want you to represent them, you have to admit that you have done enough. So with that, it was very difficult that night, because only in my heart I know I may have to go for the 6th time, because a week ago she came to my office. It just happened, and Korean friend put up a plaque of Abraham Lincoln. You know how many times Lincoln ran, right? 7 times before he finally became the greatest American president. So my wife, when he looked at that picture, she's asked me a very funny question. You're not telling me you're going to run for 7th time, do you? Okay. So I was not prepared to give her the answer. But my truth is, I am prepared to run for 7th time. It that take that long, because I want to break Abraham Lincoln record. But luckily, on that night, when we came out from our home, and you won't believe it, 2 years ago, I had a health issue. I got stroke. I almost died. But I'm standing in front of you. I'm healthy, but I'm not. But I learned a lesson. I'm trying to take care of my own body now. So on that night, when we walk into the campaign office, half an hour later, the polls start coming in, and it came from the area that I'm used to be very weakest, which is Markham Thornhill. I was behind 300-400 votes. And my wife looked at me, my face was red. She was scared I may have another heart attack. So she grabbed me and locked me up in a room. And at that half an hour, it's very difficult because I don't know what's going to happen to me, because all in my heart I know that I will run for 6 times even though I lose that night. But half an hour later, he knocked on my door, he said, now you can come out because you're leading by 3,000 votes. All right, so to make the story short, I came home that night, I asked her a very point-blank question, are you really serious? If I lose tonight, you're not going to allow me to run? You know her answer? You have tortured our family enough already with 4 laws. You almost bankrupt the family. When I came over from Sweden, I have no mortgage. But now I have mortgage on my house because of my loss. Now, I want to sum up, because that night is very special because you say, all right, she want to make it. I try to speak from my heart. Anyway, all I want to end up is, I wish every one of you that are taking your time to put your name forward to run for office, work hard. There's no easy way, okay? Only by showing up in front of your audience, in front of your voter, people will start to recognize you and finally they will give in and say, okay, I better support this guy and put him in. Okay, congratulations to all of you. Wish every one of you are successful. Thank you.